All right, what's up, my friends? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome back. We got a fun stream for you today. We're starting off with another donation bonus league. We're knocking off the queue here that kind of built up while I was gone for a month working on a new house. And it's almost clear, actually. We're almost all the way there. And we got a pretty sweet looking Sultai Midrange deck for pikesnd or pikesnd or not sure exactly how they want that templated, but we're doing it anyway. So Sultai, we also have some new M19 standard after this. I'll be playing standard goblins and blue-white Saram auras. So stay tuned for that later in the stream. And then if you're watching on YouTube, of course, check for the other video section for those as well. But back to the donation bonus league for pikes. We got Sultai Midrange. This is a deck that I think I've done donation bonus leagues for at least 3 or 4 times. People really, really like Sultai. The problem is that you have Jund, and then you have like Jeskai Grixis decks. And the Jeskai Grixis decks tend to be Snapcaster Mage, instant speed, counterspell decks. And of course the Jund decks tend to be discard spell, Tarmogoyf, Liliana decks. And when you put those together, it doesn't really work very well. And that's why the Sultai decks tend to fail. They're trying to play cards like Mana Leak and Liliana the Veil at the same time. Or they're playing too many counterspells, and then they're playing Delve cards and Tarmogoyf, or whatever it is. There's just too much kind of clashing going on. And I must say, though, that this Sultai list is one of the most interesting I've seen and looks the best to me because it basically minimizes the blue. It's not trying to play Remand or Mana Leak or Spell Snare or these counter spells. It's mostly just blue Jund. We're just playing Jund. We're splashing blue for 4 Thought Scours, 2 Snapcaster Mages, and 3 Creeping Tar Pits. And then some sideboard counter spells. Otherwise, it's just most of the usual Jund cards. We have our discard spells in Inquisition of Kozilek and Thoughtseize, and we have our and Collective Brutality. We have our removal spells in Fatal Push and Abrupt Decay and Cast Down. The usual stuff. And explosives, Maelstrom Pulse. Somewhat familiar threat base of Tarmogoyf and Scavenging Ooze. A little different here, but for the most part, this is a very Jund-esque deck where the Lilianas are. Can I help you?
Can I have the keys?
Say hi to everyone if you're going to be here.
I'm going to interrupt you.
You're going to interrupt rudely. You might as well say hi. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Yes.
How we doing?
Nicole's here.
I'm always here.
Yes.
I never leave.
I know, ever. Want this too? Anyway, I apologize for that rude interruption. We got some Planeswalkers here, Liliana, of course. And most importantly is the best card ever printed, Tireless Tracker. And now that Nicole's gone, I can wax poetic. I wax poetic anyway, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so we're basically just playing blue for Thought Scour and Snapcaster Mage. Thought Scour is going to power up our Delve cards in Tasigur and Gurmag Angler, which are a little awkward with Tarmogoyf and a little awkward with Snapcaster Mage, but probably make it work. Tasigur is very good in a deck like this. And then we got Snapcaster as well. We can Snapcaster, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Thought Scour, etc., etc. I do think we're a little heavy on Delve cards. I think Angler could probably not be here. I think 2 Tasigur is probably reasonable. I wouldn't mind another Snapcaster Mage, and then I wouldn't mind another discard spell. If I were to, like, off the cuff, make changes to this deck. Sorry, I have these nice swamps in here. That's annoying me. So, all in all, though, I like what this deck is doing. I like the angle we're taking here. We're not trying to be a Grixis deck. We're just tacking on a little bit of blue to our green-black deck. Also, Creeping Tar Pits are really, really good, obviously. So, Sideboard's got
It's letting me do this again.
Tyrone, resub. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Sideboard's got all the usual suspects. Damnation, a third Brutality, some Surgicals, Fulminator Mages, you know, the usual stuff, Maelstrom Pulse, Golgari Charm, second Explosives, 3 Damping Sphere. I don't think this card is very good. It's very, very bad in Snapcaster Mage decks looking to cast more than one spell in a turn. I think there's just better hate cards for Tron decks and Storm. Also have 2 Disdainful Strokes, which are nice for the big mana matchups, which are usually troublesome, and a Dispel, which is nice too. So deck seems pretty sweet. We're just jump into battle and see how it goes. But for the most part, my initial impression is this deck seems pretty sweet. For those who don't know, this is a donation bonus league. Pikes donated for me to play this deck in a league, and we do a pre-game deck tech and a post-game deck tech. So my initial impressions without playing it, and then my impressions after playing the deck. So initial impressions are, this list looks pretty good to me. So let's jump in. What's up, everyone in chat? We got Tyrone, G Lobmancer, Evil Geek, LLV, Nicole's in there too. Wedge says, I'd like V Cube and to add Tyler. What's V Cube? Yeah, but I think Tracker is great in this deck. I think Tyler Tracker is a criminally underplayed card in Modern. Just super sweet. What's up, Captain Jack? Deck to beat in Standard? No idea. Haven't even put any thought into it at all. I'll be playing Standard later in the stream. What's up, Mikey? Codename with the Day 9 emotes. I like that. And no, I don't watch soccer at all. Football. I have zero interest in soccer. I think soccer's lame. If you don't, that's fine. But also, my country's not even involved because they were too lame to even qualify, which is even more. Clinton says, "Hey Jim, if I make a donation, I play with the list you ask." Yes, but donation bonus leagues are currently closed. We gotta fix this. Actually, this is we are out of Dominaria packs. I'm moving in about 2 weeks, and I don't want to build up the queue. But once I move and things settle down, donation bonus leagues are one of the biggest things I do on stream, and it's a lot of fun. $50. But right now we're taking no more submissions. I just don't want to get backed up and have, we all of a sudden I move and your deck gets stuck in the queue forever. I'm not about that. So we're on hold right now, but that is how it works. Yes. Zombies in Standard. I would like to try that too. There's a lot of stuff I want to try and not a lot of time. I'm leaving for SCG Worcester on Thursday morning. I got to pick up Tannen from the airport. We're actually going to a Red Sox game on Thursday night, and G Lobmancer in chat's coming too. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So I also have to write an article today, and we're moving, so I need to help Nicole pack and do all sorts of stuff. So not enough time for New Standard. All right, this is fine. Watery Grave should help us out here. It's Angler. I'm not big on this Angler, but Captain Jack, I saw that. I might look into that. Honestly, I'm not really going to be getting much done with this stream until after we move and we're settled in. I'm sort of just like treading water at the moment, and this is going to be really, really good. So I would like to play Jeskai. I'm not even sure if I'll get a chance to. I want to play some New Standard before it's not new anymore, and then I have to write an article too. So I might not. I wanted to play a Jeskai League today. I don't know if I'll have time. We'll see. Dragonstorm? That sounds fun. Fatal Push is a very good draw. What am I playing for Worcester? I don't like to usually reveal what I'm playing on stream, but I'm sure you can figure it out. It's been an interesting thing for me adjusting in the last few years. I obviously play competitive Magic. Their hand's terrible. I play competitive Magic for, for like the last 10 years, 15 years. And in the last few years, I've obviously transitioned a bit to a content creator, streamer, which is much more valuable. But I'm still competitive too, and finding the right balance between being competitive and being available per se is always tough. You want to let everyone know what you're playing, but you don't want to hurt yourself competitively, and it's interesting. I will not be in Philly. Come on. This is why I can't play Thoughtseize decks. They just always draw the card that you Thoughtseize every time. I just can't handle it. Don't got the fortitude. But yeah, no Philly for me. We're going to be moving around that week. It's going to be a crazy next few weeks for me, obviously. Honestly, more than that because the house isn't even done yet. We have a lot of work to do. So, all right. So they take our push. They have a 2/2 Tarmogoyf. We need to draw a land. Okay. So there's some merit here to just playing explosives on 2 and just saying go. Kind of locks them out of playing Thalia's Lieutenant, and then I can just pop it, get back push, kill champion. We're like pretty firmly in the driver's seat here, as long as we just don't die. So I'm pretty happy to play explosives on 2 here. Set up for next turn. Also means they can't really play Lieutenant. You know, worst case scenario, they draw like a Mantis Rider. That would be devastating, but also the explosives will turn on Revolt for push if they do. So, yep, I'll be in Worcester in a few weeks. LLV says I'll be making a push for the Pro Tour again anytime soon. No. Pro Tour's cool. GPs and stuff are terrible. Wizards organized play is not very good. I made that choice a long time ago, and watching all my pro friends struggle the last year or two with Wizards cutting benefits and changing the pro system every 6 weeks and basically screwing everyone every chance they get has, you know, increased my conviction in my choice to mostly follow the SG Tour. You know, if I queue for a Pro Tour, awesome. If I play in a Pro, that was a good draw. If I, you know, I mean, I've played in a few random Pro Tours. You know, I'll play the RPTQ if I can. If I qualify, cool. But it's not a priority in any sense of the word. All right, so this is great. We got a pretty bomb Tarmogoyf here. Yeah, this Angler's looking really awkward. I'm not super big on ice cream. Nicole's more of the ice cream one in the family. I guess we can just kill the... Yeah, this is pretty clear cut, I think. Just kill that, kill this. And they have Lieutenant. We can snap push... whatever they play. We have Tarmogoyf. Clinton says, Jim, I'm a Brazilian player, and I think it would be awesome to do an internship with a pro team. Do you think this kind of program would work? How would this be viable? Explain more, Clinton. They cracked Canopy and said go. Yeah, this is a pretty bad humans draw. And we draw a push, too. Wow. All right, well. We're probably never going to cast this Angler, but we have a large Tarmogoyf, so it's fine. Yes, Captain. I team with Frank Scarron and Andrew Jessup for the Team RPTQ. And we lost the last round to not qualify for the Pro Tour. Kind of sucked. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, Pro Magic is not just the Pro Tour, you know? Like, I mean, I think that people are starting to realize what I realized, like, 3 or 4 years ago, in that, like, streaming, doing team stuff, promotional stuff, sponsorships, it's much more valuable than, like, trying to spike a Pro Tour, you know? Ooh, a straw land. Oh, Captain Jack. That's cool. I guess we just play Tracker, right? It's not like they can really kill it. Unless they have another Reflector Mage, which would be awkward, but I guess we could also just snap Inquisition. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. Like, they have 4 cards in their hand, and one of them's a Thalia's Lieutenant, so I don't think I want to push a Reflector Mage. We can do better than that. Well, I'm playing this deck. It's a donation bonus league for pikes. And Sultai gives you some counter spells on the sideboard. Snapcaster is good. Wow, their hand is terrible. There's different, you know. Honestly, I think Jace the Mind Sculptor would actually be okay in this deck as like a 1 or 2 of, but. What's up, Eddie? Sweet new Sarkin standard decks? No. What is this? It's just going to be our lieutenant. An actual factual Thalia. Sure. I mean, at the moment, these cards can't get through Tarmogoyf, which is about to come back down, so... Yeah, I mean, Angler already looks bad. Looks really bad in the face of Reflector Mage. Let's draw a fetch land. So I can go Tracker Tarmogoyf. Huh. That's not really what we were looking for. I guess Tarmogoyf push is fine. Like, could be an argument there towards pushing Thalia and attacking for 2, but I think we're definitely the control deck here. Alright, Mantis Rider's kind of a tilt. We need an answer to that ASAP. Clinton, it sounds like a really cool idea. Clinton's suggesting that there's some sort of like an internship, like a pro Magic team, where someone can get like kind of like taken under the wing of a pro team and trained and stuff. I mean, Magic, it just doesn't have the funds for that. There's just no, the money just isn't there at all. So something like that's kind of a hard sell. Can't play Vile as a Thalia in play. Owning modern cards on Motos sounds risky. I might look into a service like Mana Traders, because the chests thing makes it so cards are constantly losing value. Blooming Marsh is not really that good. We need an answer to his Mantis Rider. Like, now. We can make a clue and crack it and kill it next turn, but that's going to have us at essentially 3 life, which is a really bad place to be. Currently have no real other options aside from like attacking with Snapcaster and hoping they block, which is ludicrous. We're just going to Tracker. We can't crack the clue. We can't do anything at the moment. Next turn we can, but we're dead to a number of things here. They still have this Lieutenant in hand, I think. Thanks, Fiesta. I mean, there's just no chance they don't block with I mean that they just take 2, and then if they have a Reflector Mage, we just die because they bounce our Tarmogoyf. So it's like they're just never like any regional player never blocks there, and the downside is pretty high. So we just need to basically untap and then fade Mantis Rider for the next few turns, which is going to be tough. Need to find like a Scavenging Ooze, need to find some way to gain life or stop a future Mantis Rider from killing us. Yeah, Clinton, it's a really cool idea, but it's just like there's just no money in Magic as far as like pro teams and stuff go. Like, people do coaching, like I do coaching. I'm currently on hiatus from coaching because I'm just too busy with the move, but people do coaching and stuff like that, which is cool. I know it's tough. I mean, I hear about a lot that if you're in a more remote area of the world, South America, I suppose parts of Asia, that it's just too hard to get involved because there isn't enough stuff. There's no SCG tour. There's only 1 or 2 GPs, and I feel that, but the solution that it seems like most Brazilian players and other players from those areas take to is just playing online. you know, the Mox Magic Online Championship Series, etc. Things like that. All right, so Tarmogoyf's not bad. We're gonna open on Clue Crack. I guess we can't go unless we draw land. That's a good draw. All right, so make a clue. We get to push. And I think we attack with the Tarmogoyf. 3/6. I would trade Tarmogoyf with a creature, I think. Yeah. And just play another Goyf and we're just fading Manus Rider here. Cool. Don't Manus Rider me. Manus Rider's so good. Manus Rider's the card that like put this deck over the top. Just the reach of Manus Rider is so insane. So they have 2 cards in hand, and they're both fresh. I do love Tireless Tracker. It just plays so nice. Just play a land, draw a card. Play a land, draw a card. Play just great. Oh, yes, no. What's this? Another Thalia's Lieutenant is rough. Yeah, this Angler has looked atrociously bad. We got blocks here. Okay. Another tracker. Play tracker and crack clue. If we draw, I mean, we could also just like Liliana edict them. They sack this, but like at least it takes their board down a little bit. Yes, we can cast Angler. We're not really super interested in that at the moment. There seems like better things to do. Could like play the other tracker and get a counter on it, but I'd rather just have the option. I don't think one counter on tracker matters that much right now. Let me draw a Darkslick Shores. We can Liliana and edict them. We don't really have any good attacks anymore. Maybe just tracker. We're still fading, so hopefully we just don't die, basically. They're at the point now where they have some pretty good draws as far as like another Lieutenant's good, Image is good. Noble Hierarch's doable. Liliana's not too great in this matchup. Thankfully, our trackers are about to get monstrous, so we can pick up a kill spell or two here. Like, they don't really have any good attacks. I almost want this Liliana just to go to the graveyard to pump the Tarmogoyfs. Right now it's instant artifact land creature. There's no sorcery in the graveyard either. That's so... Yeah. Tasigur, I think, is fine, but the Angler's like... Tasigur's like one cheaper, does stuff. Alright, we're going to start on Clue. Inquisition of Kozilek. I mean, this is probably... I can't imagine they have a cast spell in their hand. But it puts a sorcery in the graveyard. It costs 2 mana. It kind of sucks. Let's just crack a Clue again. Another land. I mean, our trackers are just getting so big that we're almost ready just to start firing in with them. There's no reason to crack yet. Like, we gotta kill our opponent. Attack with these two. They can block. They can trade. Oh, this is gonna attack, but they can like double block here. We could kill one thing. It's not that good. I guess we just wait a turn. This kind of sucks. Could test. I mean, Tasigur's like not even good. I'd rather just crack more clues. What's up, Xerox? You jumping? We could attack, but the double blocks aren't great for us. Kirby, with the bits and the question. Kirby says, Jim, I've been hearing a lot about different pros and content creators taking long breaks, possibly walking away, or ending some of their content. Many, not all, of these people show signs of burnout. I know that you are involved in activities and hobbies outside of Magic. How do you suggest that content creators and players find the happy medium? Sorry for the essay. Honestly, I think a lot of Magic players just aren't cut out to be Magic players, or like to be full-time like content creators, and like I think that a lot of Magic players don't realize how much work it actually is, and they want to play Magic, but it's just ends up being too much work and too much stuff. And they get burned out on that. Like, I love playing Magic. I love doing this. I love streaming. I love writing articles. I love everything that I do. I'm super, super lucky I'm able to do it. I'm thankful every day, and not everyone's like that, And I think that Magic tends to attract also people who are, I don't want to say unbalanced. More so, I guess, I don't want to say like not normal either. We'll say unique. They have, unique. They're a little bit different. They're not just your typical like I'm going to, go play on whatever, go to high school and play on a sports team and go to college and go do my 4 years and get a job as an accountant and just live my life. Lost might be a reasonable word. They say not all who wander are lost. It's not necessarily a negative thing. But maybe unsure of what they would like to do with their life and things of that nature. So Magic can be an escape in that way, and they escape into Magic for a bit but aren't really solving their problems, and then it kind of catches up to them. This got deep really fast, but I think that that's something that happens in Magic a good amount of the time. So it's not. I'm trying to say I don't think it's always Magic. I think it's often the personalities that are attracted to it. Fetch lands are sweet. God, I love Tireless Tracker. So I'm not really sure. Ooh, no basics left? That sucks. I don't have a great answer for you. Unfortunately. But yeah, Tracker's dope. We're still that dead to a Mana Strider though. We need to figure out a way to get around that. But yeah, I think people think that Magic or streaming is easy. It's not. They think it's like a quick ticket. It's not. And it's just not what a lot of people imagine often. That's a pretty dope one actually. Because now we are not dead to a what's it called? A Mana Strider. It costs 3 to cast though. That's kind of annoying, but that's still fine. We're also, these trackers are about ready to attack, I think. We have a double block here. The double blocks still aren't great, but now I'm just so far ahead on cards, I think I don't care. Yeah, it's a complicated topic. I would read my article, one of the first articles I ever wrote. Because I was like that too. What was this article called? No, I'll find it for you. Give me a second. I wrote an article. It was like one of my first articles about what we're discussing right now. All right. Full escalate. Actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, I want to full escalate because I want to just discard this Inquisition and delve some stuff too. So discarding Inquisition and probably just a land. Attack with my 10/10. Now I'm happy to just trade off the board, I think. For the most part. I guess I can't attack with too many creatures. Yeah. So now I'm not the Damnation Rider, which means I should be able to win this game pretty easily. Unless I have like Cascade Malcontents or something. Alright, take 10. Alright, and then we're going to Tasigur. We're going to get rid of... They have land in the graveyard. Land, sorcery, land, instant. I'm trying to find the article for y'all. I'll find it for you in a second. One of the first articles I ever wrote. It's a tough topic. It's a very, very tough topic. You know, it's kind of like a mental health topic almost. Here it is. It is finding your happy. Like, why couldn't I Googled it and pop up. But yeah, the article is called "Finding Your Happy Place," and I kind of went through this too. I spent a number of years sort of just like working retail, playing Moto every day, all the time, trying to queue for Pro Tours, and I quit. I quit for a while. I'm back to school, and it wasn't until my life was like really in order that things started to make sense. Oh well, they drew Manus Rider, so cool. But yeah, the link is in chat. I'll check it out. I think it's a really good read. It hit home with a lot of people for the reasons that I'm describing. So, all right. So Manus Rider requires us to have some sort of an answer, but we have a lot of resources here, obviously with our clues and stuff. So I worked at Office Max. That was why we killed the Hierarch. Sick. Does this just kill our opponent? We have every attack. We have 5 lethal attackers. That's a pretty fun draw. I like that one. Has my writing style changed since then? I don't know. Close. Alright, whatever. That's game. Yeah, Tireless Tracker. A house. Happiness is being content? I would disagree with that statement. Pretty strongly, actually. I think happiness is adventure. And finding new things. All right, I have like a ton of things to bring in here, but true. I mean, why do you need JCF Tracker? I agree. Our delve threats are not great against Reflector Mage, obviously. Brutality's okay. It's not great, but cut one more card. Brutality is, yeah, it's probably Brutality. Discard spells are still fine, especially on the we kind of Thoughtseize actually. Brutality at least like nah. Yeah, we'll leave Brutality. We'll leave one Tasigur in. I guess Golgari Charm's pretty bad. It could be good, but yeah, I think this is fine. This should be a pretty good matchup for us. We have a lot of removal. How did we not die to Mantis Rider? Because we were at 4. Cantus Troopus, you're totally correct. Happiness is not a clear thing, you know? Happiness is Goblins winning the next Legacy Open. It's possible. Okay. That sounds fine. It's not spectacular, but... So I'm not a fan of bolting the bird against humans, especially now we drew this. So we're gonna fetch a Watery Grave and probably cast Thought Scour. So we're gonna start here. Happiness is a warm gun. We got a deep stream today. Jeez, a lot of deep topics of discussion. How does everyone feel about that? I'm curious. When you're watching a stream, do you prefer to have mostly just focus on the gameplay and just talk about the game and stuff? Or do you like it when there's like a deep thread or topic of discussion going on? Let's do a poll. Poll time. Do you like when there is a deep thread of discussion during the gameplay? Poll 60, yes or no. Just answer yes or no in chat. Do you like when there's a deep thread of discussion during the gameplay? Like deep talk during streams, yes or no? Alright, freebooter here. I'm not going to push this. We have more removal spells and stuff. This is fun. That's a lot of yeses. I like it personally. I mean, I like, you know, it's... You know, we're hanging out playing games, you know, but there's more important things, obviously, than, you know, what card Kite Sail Freebooter is going to take in the grand scheme of things. And it's fun to hang out, you know, talk about it and stuff. Yeah, obviously, you know, I think it's good to not, like, I wouldn't just, like, talk philosophical for 2 hours and not even mention the game and just play the game in the background. But... Whoa!
Keep it real. Keep it deep.
Mr. Tasty. Thanks, my friend. Alright, Exalted. $20 means that we're only doing deep talk for the end of time. Polar skewing the poll 43-4. Wow. That is a significant poll victory. The deep talk will continue. Alright, we hit Damnation, Tireless Tracker, Tilt. Those are our good cards, and now they're in the graveyard. We drew a land, though. It's cool. Yeah, sad stuff. I'm not interested in talking about. One of my relatives dies. You're probably not going to hear about it. I'm pretty private when it comes to my like actual life. So I don't really want a Scavenging Ooze because I want explosives on 2 again. I think you're probably taking a similar line to last game where we're just going to play explosives on 2 this turn. And then just, you know, kill this, free the push, and it delays what they can do next turn.
Happiness is a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But to me, it's watching Sultai Midrange grind throughout humans.
Sweet.
24 months gymmed wow.
Minus three Karn, thanks for the resub. And then Bach, the 2-year resubscriber. Thanks, Bach. Appreciate that. Bork. Alright, so... doing pretty good here. Despite our deep discussions, we're still up a game here in this match and looking pretty good in this game. Wow. Just nothing. This is a Restoration Angel for sure. I'm just going to play a land and say go. The only thing this could realistically be is like a Restoration Angel. In which case we could Just pop and push. I'm also just fine fetching a tap duel here and just being happy about that. Take 2. And if explosives, they can't angel anyway, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm cool with that.
I don't know why I knocked him anyway.
I'm gonna pop here. Can I help you?
Got you something.
What'd you get me?
Guild research and an Aerodactyl and a text message from Cannon Grace.
These are all okay things. Post-combat Thalia's Lieutenant.
I like opponent.
Nicole's here again, just creeping.
I'm creeping. Let me creep. I can't be a creep if you put me on camera.
And another Thalia's Lieutenant. Nice Maelstrom Pulse, Jim. Thanks. Appreciate that. Twitch staff is here? What Twitch staff?
Whoa.
Oh, Bach is Twitch staff. Nice.
Bork?
A text from me, Tan and Grace, yes.
Cannon Grace. Jim's just trying to make me jealous.
You want to be on camera? You want to? What are you? Are you hanging out? What are you doing?
You don't need anything.
No. Yeah, we're just gonna pulse. Bzz. Maelstrom Pulse is actually really good against this deck because it's just all 4-ofs with clone effects. So, is there a second swamp in my deck? I don't think there is. Kind of sucks. Tell Nicole and myself to open gifts in Pokemon Go. Yep.
I can't. Oh wait, no, I can again. Apparently, you have a limit to how many you can open a day. I just have too many friends.
All right, Nicole, stop bragging about how many friends you have in Pokemon Go and get out of here. All right.
I put out the recycling.
Thank you, Toots.
And I pulled the can back because I made it by about 30 seconds.
All right. Aether Vial. Oh, that's important. Wow. They have 3 cards in hand. And they didn't play a land. This is... They must have many, many Reflector Mages, I suppose. That's kind of cool. Let's start there. Yep. We called all of their cards. Reflector Mage, Restoration Angel. Tracker. Clue. We're at 9. We're not like in amazing shape, but we're in pretty good shape. Fetch and Clue can both kill Angel with Revolt. Killing the Angel is really important. We have to also have Pulse too, obviously. Yes, they can pop off here with the Reflector Mage, which is fine. Gonna fetch another tap duel in response. Get another Clue. Get to play Scavenging Ooze now. I guess they can flicker the Reflector Mage on the Scavenging Ooze, which is like a little bit annoying, but we want to save push for the Restoration Angel. We could actually I almost don't hate pulsing the Reflector Mage and just playing Scavenging Ooze and going from there. Then we have Crack Clue, Kill Angel. We'll take a hit here, but then we can untap with Scavenging Ooze in play and mostly be alright. I don't know. We might let this Hierarch hit us a few too many times. I'm not really sure. No, I have not played any New Standard at all. New Standard is later of a stream. Mana Strider would be bad, yeah. Is this Kessig Malcontents? Or are we just dead? Yeah, I mean, alright, I guess. That game played out very oddly. I'm pretty sure I played bad that game. It's all Nicole's fault. She was distracting me. Alright. On the play. This is all fine. We're fine. Whatever. I think you played bad that game. What's up, EXO? If you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. My name's Jim Davis. We're doing a donation bonus league for Pikes. Pikes is Sultai deck. I like it. We're going to win this game 3 because our deck is great. And Nicole's not here to bother me anymore. It's all her fault. She's in chat. Lady Crease, you can yell at her. Yeah, we took like way too much damage, I think. Blue. Black. Yeah, I have an Aether Vial. All 2-drops hand. I think we got to take the Aether Vial here. Yeah, they'll probably just draw a 1-drop, but...
I bet my Wookiee.
Cool. Alright, so now we get to like Thought Scour, fetch tap duel. Could just play an Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, that's probably better. I guess we Thought Scour first because we might hit a discard spell. Wedge.
It's raining $10.
That's sweet. That's a good rainstorm. I like that rainstorm. Van Wedge. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate it. We mill Decay, Thought Scour. We draw Push. Do we want to have access to Push? I don't think so. I think if they freebooter our Push, it's fine. Like, there's not much of a clock here. They do have 1 lieutenant, but they're just playing 1 spell each turn, and they want to play their disruptive spells first. So, blue-white. Meddling Mage first? Before Freebooter? That's pretty weird. Kind of a peculiar play, I'm not going to lie. Another Tireless Tracker. Okay. I think I am pretty in favor of Snap Inquisition here. I'm going to get a second green for Scavenging Ooze. Alright, so their hand is Image, Reflector Mage, Thalia's Lieutenant, Freebooter, Horizon Canopy. So we take the boot, I suppose, because we have Damnation lined up, and they don't know about it. Yeah, I'll take the boot. And now they have to Lieutenant if they want to be able to attack with Meddling Mage, and that just blows them, sets them up for Damnation. I like this. Okay. Could just block if we think we're wrathing next turn, but we're probably not going to wrath yet because We gotta draw land, and we don't know if we're going to or not. So I kind of like we draw a land, playing Tracker, making a clue. They probably Reflector Mage, and then we can Wrath, which is pretty dope. So we're gonna do that. Feels weird to play a Tracker into our Wrath, but it helps disguise it pretty well, and it makes them want to Reflector Mage. So getting ziggy with it. If they copy Meddling Mage here and name Damnation, they're obviously stream sniping, so there's always that too. I think naming Damnation's pretty absurd. Like, they've seen the card Engineered Explosives, they have not seen Damnation. This is a card that could easily just not be in our 75. Up, they named Damnation. Alright, so they're probably watching the stream. I'm not one to call out stream sniping loosely, but that's a ridiculous name. I saw it in the graveyard last game. I don't know. I mean, that's... Explosives, like, is just as good, and they've seen us play it multiple times. They saw it in our main deck. That's pretty sketchy. I don't know. Not really about that. Up with your brutality, so they can just get fucked anyway. Okay. That's the image. Right. Like, I feel like naming explosives is just like the obvious choice. Let's try and draw a land here. I think we're fine. We have brutality, so tar pit. We could, yeah. So we're just gonna brutality this. Right. Also, Meddling Mage before Freebooter is also kind of like pretty weird. Yeah, this is two strong pieces of evidence towards stream sniping. War should win anyway, though. Here, look at my hand. I don't care. You watching? Aye. You're gonna lose anyway. All right, so this looks like Restoration Angel. No. Okay. I mean, I don't think they're beating our tracker at this pace we're going at. So Thought Scour. Yeah, screw it. You can't beat Tireless Tracker. It's literally the best card ever printed. That sucks. The fact that it wasn't the #1 card on Pat Chapin's excellent series on StarCityGames.com, top 25 green cards of all time, is devastating. Sure. Yeah, I mean, we have Maelstrom Pulse, we have another Brutality in our deck. We have Explosives. We have 2 Explosives, only 1 Damnation. Blooming Marsh, can't cast Tracker. Let's Thought Scour first. Speak of the Devil. I think we're on it now. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, sure.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, that would be funny if they just conceded. We drew the explosives and they just conceded before we cast it. That would I'd actually respect that. That would be pretty funny. Another Meddling Mage, sure. Name Damnation. Sure. I mean, now we're just in golden shape, so. Yeah. Double push. I think we crack a clue. Sure. Yeah, naming Damnation is pretty weird. I don't know why you just name push there. Obviously, my trackers are insane. So, whatever. It is what it is. We're trying to play our game. We're streaming. If we're getting sniped, it is what it is. It means someone extra's watching the stream. So, hey, more viewers is better, right? Tireless Tracker is just so good. I love this deck. Love it. Best card ever printed. Tireless Tracker has a theme song. Best card ever printed. Tireless Tracker is the best. Views and wins at the same time. I like it. Who's the best card? Tracker the best card. Who's the best card? Tracker the best card. They're also getting maximum screen time too by taking up all of our time here. It's like Essig Malcontents. Okay, we're gonna have to kill something here. Probably Reflector Mage. It's just the biggest attacker. And then I will trade my tracker for their meddling mage if they attack with it. And they say GG. Sweet. If you're tuning in, welcome to the stream. My name's Jim Davis. We're playing some donation bonus league. This is Sultai Midrange by Pikes. And we're 1-0. We beat humans. And Van Wedge donated $10 earlier. Wants a deck tech on 24 Swamps, 4 Thrumming Stones, and 32 Relentless Rats. Let's see. How do you improve 24 Swamps, 4 Thrumming Stones, and 32 Relentless Rats? You could play the new rat from Dominaria, the 2-drop one. Yeah, Zab, what are you going to do, you know? I'm putting myself out there. It's obviously not the ideal scenario for winning. I'm yakking away about life and showing everyone my hand, but whatever. We're here to have fun, you know? In Standard, we're going to be playing Standard Goblins and Standard updated Saram Auras. Stay tuned for that later in the stream. A second Thought Scour, I don't really want. I guess it's fine. Yeah, sure, whatever. Bork, bork, bork. Oh, I guess we're shuffling anyway. Doesn't matter. All right, it's fine. Yep. Standard Goblins, Standard Saram Auras. Those are my brews. I make no claims the Standard Goblin deck is actually good, but it seemed pretty fun, so I want to try it. Liliana, Fatal Push. Do they have an island? Sovereign! That's our second new sub. Who was our first new sub? Did I miss someone? Deadly Sight, I missed you. I'm sorry, my friend. Sovereign and Deadly Sight. What are your names? Where are you froms? How long you folks been playing Magic? Favorite card of all time? Favorite decks of all time? Most important, what are your names? Where are you froms? And puppy names, please. 5 speed. I've already played Legacy Goblins. check out my YouTube. I played Legacy Goblins a few days ago. I do think the mana base could be a little less fetch dual landy if possible. Search for Escanta. Okay. That's a little rough. Unfortunately, we didn't hit any creatures in the graveyard, which would have been great because we could have pumped up our Ooze to a 4/4, hopefully. But playing Tracker here is absurd. I want to get value off of it. We're just going to play Tar Pit, attack for 2, and probably exile their Scalding Tarn. Well, hopefully you can watch it later. Watch me when I'm live, and then when I'm not live, just spend all of your time watching my YouTube channel. Value Town's fun. I've played Todd's deck at Gunslinging before. You know, for those who don't know, we're on Team BCW, and we do promo events before each open, where we show up to a local F&M that Friday, and we hang out and play some games for 2 hours, give away some sleeves, and promote Team BCW. And I borrowed Todd's deck a few times. I like it. It's fun to play. But yeah, that's going to be this Friday, actually. Myself, Tan and Grace, and Todd Stevens will be at TJ Collectibles in Milford. So if you're going to SEG Worcester, Friday night, come down to TJ Collectibles, 8 to 10 p.m. You get free sleeves for playing. It's free to play. If you win, you get a sweet BCW bag. It's a chance to hang out with me, Todd, and Tannen. It's a lot of fun. Definitely check it out on the Team BCW Twitter. Also a Facebook event here. Here, I'll post the link in chat. But yeah, check this out for sure. A lot of fun. And yeah, maybe I'll borrow Todd's Value Town deck and play it there. All right. Geek Sovereign is Rob from Philadelphia, which got back into Magic about 2 years ago. Dog should be Kamal. Favorite card is Alabaster Dragon from Portal. Favorite deck is Dredge. Cool. Rob, welcome, my friend. All right. We're going to crash in. Forest Tracker is really awkward because I can't go Tracker land spell. I think we're just going to Inquisition Pulse here. We also Inquisition Snap Inquisition. But let's attack first and see what happens. Just take it. All right. Five Speed says, now that you mention it, huge props to all you guys at BCW for being one of the most interactive and social Magic teams. I'm sure you all have tons of fans, and you guys actually talk to them. Five Speed, I think we do a good job of understanding where our money comes from, basically, and where our support comes from. And it's all you folks watching me right now. Like, you are my lifeblood. So I'm more than happy to talk to everyone and give advice and play against everyone and so on and so forth. Bolt Path to Fairy Logic Knot. What's up, Sway? So, I think we can beat the Bolts. I think they're looking to Field of Ruin and get a white. I kind of like take Logic Knot and then just snap Inquisition and make them use their kill spells, and then get Tracker rolling. Yeah, I like that. And another new sub, Wub. Wub, what's your name? Where you from? How long you been playing Magic? Favorite card of all time? Favorite deck of all time? Most important, what's your name? Where you from? Puppy name, please. What's up, 7? We're 1-0. We are 1-0. With the Donation Bonus League. This is Pike's Sultai deck. We beat humans, and we're in pretty good shape here against this Jeskai matchup. So I want them to cast Path because I want mana. So I think they're a ways off of Teferi, so I think we're in pretty good shape. We also have Tar Pit against Teferi and stuff. They bolt the thingy, which is fine. This turn we can pulse the search, which is cool. Again, like I was saying earlier, I really like this build of Sultai. I like it built as a, that's kind of a tilt, a Jund splashing blue deck, not playing counter spells, things of that nature. All right, well, Tireless Tracker's insane, so I think we're trying to do that. They do have Path, but we're guaranteed to get two clues out of it, and then we'll just save Pulse for Teferi if we have to. I think this is fine. They are at 13. We're doing some pretty good damage here. They have 2 cards, Path to Exile and Teferi. Let's attack. And we can just play Tracker, get a clue, and then ship. And then if they want to get another white with Fields, we can just get another clue, and then so on and so forth. We still have Tar Pit and Pulse. Tireless Tracker, the best card ever printed. All right, so this is actually insane for us because we're gonna get 3 clues. Fetch. I think you want Overgrown Tomb. It should have been an island. I'll just get an island, I guess. That was probably not the best choice. It's fine. And then we get to crack this, get island, get another clue. Did I mention that Tireless Tracker is actually the best card ever printed? And now they path it, which is fine. So they have 1 card, and it's Teferi. They draw a land here. We still have Maelstrom Pulse and all these clues. They also have a search going too, so we're, I think we're in pretty good shape. Don't underestimate how good Azcanta of Sunken Ruin and Teferi are. Oh. They bin Snapcaster Mage. They hit the island, they cast Teferi. Sure. Oh, look who's back. When you have faith in the tracker always comes through. Now let's draw land. This game is definitely losable for sure. I totally agree. If they drew... Be still my beating heart. We actually don't have any lands to play. It's kind of a tilt. Let's just open on killing... We gotta kill the fairy. It's a non-negotiable. Okay. Then we'll attack, and then we'll decide what we want to do here. I don't like casting trackers without being able to make clues immediately. The fact that we have another one, and they have 1 fresh card, it's not Logic Knot. I mean, it could be Bolt, Snap, Helix, Path. There's a lot of cards. If we let them untap, they could Cryptic us, but we could just, draw off clue here. I think this is tough. I think it's very likely we play Tracker here, and it just gets Helix or bolted. It could be a land, obviously, but if it's a land, we're in fine shape anyway. I think we can grind here. I think we can afford to just draw a card off a clue. It's a tough call here. This is actually a really tough call. They get to flip Azcanta next turn. They also get a shot. They get 2 shots at a kill spell next turn also. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to draw a card. Discard spell? No. Fetch land. Alright, so we'll wait here. We might need both trackers to win this game. See? See?
Glad you're back streaming. Will you play more budget-friendly decks for donation bonus leagues?
MN, what's up, my friend? MN, I'll play anything. Thanks for the resub. I'll play anything you want, but donation bonus leagues are currently closed. We're moving in 2 weeks. I don't have time. I can't let a queue build up. So, Tarmogoyf. All right, so we're going to open on Tracker. So now the problem is if we cast a second Tracker, they can kill it in response. I'm just gonna hold on. We're just playing slow here. We're not in any rush. Let's get some clues. Play Tarmogoyf, get some clues. They've been to Wrath of God. Cool. Could snap Wrath here, obviously, but that's fine. We don't really have a good answer to Azcanta. They get a Path to Exile. Okay. But now if they path the Goyf, which kind of the card they have to path, we get a land, we get a clue, because for the best card ever printed. Best card ever printed. You know, we crack the fetch, they kill it in response, but we do want to crack a clue. It's tough. I'm going to crack. They're probably going to kill it in response, but I get to crack my clue at least. If we wait, we untap, we just cast. I can't cast on their Tracker because I can't have all three of us in play and just die to a Wrath. So I'm going to crack here. They're probably going to kill it in response. We'll just crack a clue. It's fine. That's kind of a tilt. Now they can't Azcanta though, which is good. I want that basic in our deck. We're just gonna get this breeding pool here. Our life total is not that relevant. It is kind of, but we are definitely aggressing here. They have Path for Tarmogoyf. Right. They have 2 cards left. Azcanta's really good, I'm not gonna lie. Explosives, that's not good. Fatal Push is not the worst. Draw land. Ugh. Alright. Pretty bad trifecta of cards to draw. Should have fetched before the Azcanta resolved. Yeah, that might have been better. I think you're right, Enlightened Master. Yeah, I think we're probably gonna lose this game now. They're not dead. They do have Colonnade, but they're not good. All right, so Tracker lives. We don't draw land, which sucks. Okay. They're at 5. Yeah, Enlightened Master is totally correct. I should have cracked that fetch land after the Azcanta activation. I was just kind of going too fast. I didn't really think about it. Opt. So yeah, and that would have given me. I could have pumped the Tracker, gotten an extra clue. Like now we're just in trouble. Delta. Big Delta in your Jeskai deck? Oh my god. Now we're also out of trackers too. There's no trackers left in our deck. So we can't really win anymore. It's a fairy. All right. Yeah. I don't know. That was a tough one. Explosives has to go. All of these cast downs got to go. Decay. I think I want the Pulse, because Pulse answers Azcanta and Teferi. I don't want these Fulminator Mages. Disdainful Strokes and Dispels. Brutality's not very good. It's just like a bad duress. Oh, I should cut the pushes. We don't have a... We have no... what's it called? Let me leave... Who pushes for Colonna? We have no... Oh, we have the Fulminator Mages. Yeah, we don't need these. No Field of Ruins. Golgari Charm is like okay. They have Wrath of God though. You can't regen off Wrath of God. It's pretty annoying. I'm gonna leave in. I'll leave the Brutalities in, I guess. Brutality like doesn't really answer all of their important cards though, you know. Yeah, I think I'd actually just rather leave 2 pushes in. I could just kill Snapcasters occasionally, and then kill Colonnades. I could leave in some number. I guess Decay might be better than Push. Because Decay can't hit Colonnade, but it can hit Azcanta. They're not going to have the Tension Sphere. Unlikely to have Click. Let's do 1 and 1. Oh, still another card, actually. I mean, destroying Azcanta is pretty... I guess I'll bring it. We'll have both Decays, I guess. We're playing the Pulses, because Pulse kills Teferi also, so... Like, we have tools here, but they definitely have inevitability. As we saw with Azcanta, we had everything, basically, and they just had Azcanta and beat us anyway. We have Darkslick Shores and Blooming Marsh. Sweet. Thoughtseize. Cryptic, Logic Knot, Snapcaster Mage. Okay, I think we're taking the Logic Knot here. Okay, stick Liliana, which is like fine. Liliana plus Stroke is obviously awkward, but Sultai Deathcloud. I'll play whatever you want for a donation bonus league. I don't care what it is, but I have not considered that particular deck now. We have Snap Thoughtseize too. Like, we play Liliana here, like, Liliana's not even that good against these decks, honestly. I'd rather just play Snap Thoughtseize, I think. And then next year we can go Thoughtseize Liliana, maybe. Charm. I guess Charm hits Snapcaster too, theoretically. Secure the Wastes, Snapcaster Mage, Cryptic Command. I mean, Stroke answers a lot of this. You have Thoughtseize also. I'm going to take Snapcaster Mage. Somehow doubt they're going to just... I guess now seeing Secure the Wastes also, I'm going to be interested in bringing in the Golgari Charm for Game 3. Like, there's no way they main phase Secure. So we have Stroke, Thoughtseize. I'm just not about this card in these matchups. Just not particularly good. Like, they just have so many more cards in hand than me. They have drawn a lightning bolt. Huh. I mean, I kind of want to keep this this Snapcaster rolling, truth be told. I think I'm just going to take the Lightning Bolt. I can counter Secure with Disdainful Stroke. Cryptic is play aroundable. Painful Truths is cool. It's a lot worse in Modern because of the painful mana bases than it is in Legacy. Just not going to cast Liliana. If I cast Liliana, they probably just like make 2 tokens and start to attack it. Alright, so now they have Cryptic, which is fine. It's kind of cool. Wish I had an actual threat, but yeah, this is terrible. This card sucks. I don't think Liliana is very good. Still not casting it. They just have more cards in hand than me. They have Cryptic. Yeah. Oh, oops. Gotta fetch first, I suppose. I think I just get an island here. They have a Colonnade in play. I don't have an actual answer to it yet, so let's not take too much damage if possible. TD, I'm currently not accepting donation bonus leagues until after I move. But in the future, I don't care what the list is. Just send me it and I'll play it. Tarmogoyf. So they have 2 cards left. I think I'm more interested in Tarmogoyf than I am in Liliana. There's a good Liliana. We tap in team and draw on a card here. Sweet. Now I'm going to play Liliana the Veil and get their last card. Actually, I'm sorry. They're drawing a card. They're going to have 2 cards. Never mind. Sure. So we'll just play good Liliana. And I guess we'll just down tick to ensure that we get Scavenging Ooze back. And if they want to kill it with Colonnade, that's fine. We also get Tasigur, and we can cast it. That's so risky though, because if they draw a Wrath, they would have to have drawn Wrath off of Cryptic or this next turn. It does put lethal in play. Or we could just take Tasigur and not cast it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 11 damage. That's tough. We're taking Tasigur. The question is if we're casting it or not. I may just cast it. I'll just do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead, Wrath me. If they Wrath, we are definitely not ahead. We are probably going to lose. And they are tapping what looks like 2 white mana. They draw the Wrath. It's unreal. That's so sick. Well, we are now in trouble. If they have Logic Knot too, then... Yeah, they just said in chat that was one good draw. Yeah, obviously. Darkslick Shores. I just screwed up really bad. I just exposed both Lilianas to, and if they had a bolt, they would have killed it, I think. I should have plus this first. Do I keep Decay or this land? Probably the Decay, I guess. They discard that. So yeah, we they have triple Colonnade. Yeah, this matchup seems pretty bad. Why not push over Decay? We have 1 push and 1 Decay in our deck. Decay kills Search for Azcanta, which is one of their best cards. We like to hope that we're not in a spot we need to be defensively pushing Colonnades. If we are, we're probably losing. So, like, you know, I don't know if 1 push would win us this game. That's obviously better than Decay is right now, but I think we're probably going to lose this game. I mean, obviously they just got lucky into the Wrath. It is what it is. Like, I think that playing the creatures is right. You know, they have 1 or 2 Wraths in their deck, and they have, you know, 45 cards left, and they had 2 shots at it, and they drew it. So it is what it is. Oh, cool. We do have 1 push in our deck. So we had 1 push and 1 Decay left. They discard Cryptic Command. Yeah, I mean, we're just pretty boned here. This card sucks. I'm pretty... People think this card is, like, very, very good in these, like, control-y matchups. It actually just sucks. It just card disadvantage. It just dies really easily. It doesn't actually kill anything. Not a fan. Oh, I'd have 6'd. Alright, well, whatever. Well, I guess we could still draw, like, you know, a Tarmogoyf or a Tireless Tracker or something. I mean, they only have 1 card. It's fresh. But like, this Tarmogoyf has some pretty serious work to do. I guess there aren't, like, that many answers to Tarmogoyf in this deck. They have to draw a Path or a Wrath or a Teferi. And is 2-turn clock, but I definitely threw the first game, I think. Maybe I'm gonna throw in this game. These games are obviously really hard. I'm talking and stuff. As I've said many times, I don't play, you know, particularly well on stream. I say I play at about 60% usually on stream, between talking and managing the stream and not being able to really get into games and stuff. But I think the last game we maybe could have won. This game, I think I'm pretty content with all of our plays, honestly. I don't identify a spot where we could have done things differently. Alright, we're just going to shove here. If they draw Snap Wrath, Snapcaster will beat us anyway for Secure the Wastes. They draw a Path, Navis kills them, so... I mean, Succulent, there's nothing else to do. I mean, they have Colonnade and all lands, so obviously you just attack and try and hope to, you know, there's no reason not to attack with Colonnade. Chumping a Tarmogoyf is not efficient. I mean, with the Tasigur, like, we had the right read. They didn't have Wrath. You know, most of the time they don't draw the Wrath and just lose, which is fine. So, all right. So game 3, we're gonna want. I actually just don't think I want this card. It's better on the draw because we have more cards, but I think I want this Golgari Charm over a Decay. I do like that. I just want more threats. I guess we'll just keep the Liliana. Liliana the Veil is just not very good in these matchups. People think it is, and they're just wrong. I won this match thanks to Liliana. Liliana didn't do anything. What do you mean? Sounds good. Mikey, thanks for watching, my friend. Oh, look who's back. Alright, let's go blue-black again. I mean, imagine if it was just a better card, you know? It gained me some life and discarded all the cards out of my hand. If it was just like a good card, I might have just won me the game, you know? Thought Scour. Hit Disdainful Stroke. Misty Rainforest. Overgrown Tomb. Okay. Like holding fetch lands for the best card ever printed, obviously. Got a nice draw here. What do I want for dinner? I don't know, Toots. I don't care. Let's have more ZD. Oh, Path Me? What could this be? That is a Tarmogoyf that has died to a lightning bolt. I didn't even consider that because I'm an idiot. Inquisition. Definitely get behind a good Stone Rain. I think we're just going to kill the Colonnade. I'm not interested in color screwing them. The Colonnades are going to matter later. And I think I want to just Stone Rain now. I maybe should have gotten Breeding. Yeah, I should have gotten Breeding Pool, I think. I didn't want to take the extra damage, but I didn't really glance at my hand to see how many blue cards that I had. That's a little on the awkward side. Angler. Angler looks kind of fine here, actually. But I can't cast... Yeah, I should have gotten a dual land. The mana base here is a little rough, I'm not going to lie. Whoa. How about that standard Super League prize? Must be nice, Jim. It is. Yeah, we're going to... Oh, you do not want Surgical in this matchup. We're going to Inquisition, see what they have, and possibly cast Angler. Any way to earn boosters or decks in Moto without spending money? Nope. But whenever you buy cards, you can just sell them back at 90% of what you paid for them. So you can buy a $400 deck, play it for a month, and sell it back for, you know, $370. So all your cards have value. Yeah, I probably should have gotten a Breeding Pool. Opponents have a tank here. Jeez. If you're tuning in, welcome to the stream. My name is Jim Davis, and we're playing Donation Bonus League for Pikes. This is Pikes' Sultai deck. We are 1-0 in Game 3 against Jeskai Control. While we're waiting for our opponent to make their choice here, I'm going to remind everyone to go follow me on Twitter. Just past 7,000 followers, which is awesome. Thank you. Going for 10,000 for the year. At the end of this year, I want to have 10,000 followers. So hop in. All information about my streams, fun stuff like this asshole parking job. Dude took up 3 spots. 3. Yeah. So follow me on Twitter. All right. They have decided to let it resolve. And they had his Path, Teferi, Dispel. So our Angler is not looking as good, although getting Angler pathed isn't that bad. Teferi is the scary card. Dispel could possibly force through stuff through our Dispel. Really just don't ever want to cast as Liliana. I think I'm going to take a Dispel. I take a Path Exile and cast Angler. I don't think I care about Dispel now that I know about it. Land, Scour, land. One more card. I think Fulminator Mage. I guess Stroke is fine because I have a Stroke in my hand. Yeah. Liliana's also going to eat. Liliana plays so bad with the counter spells he boarded in too. I just think this card's terrible. What's up, Iceman? No path is they can path on our turn, so we can't use the mana. Sort of makes sense. Definitely don't like Angler in this deck. I'm cool with Tasigur, but Angler is just too much. Just taxes the graveyard too much, I think. Sure. And they have Dispel, Teferi, X. I probably should have cut the Lilianas. There wasn't much better to put in. A Golgari Charm. Alright, so we have to leave up mana for Disdainful Stroke. We're just going to say go here. They've drawn a Snapcaster Mage. That is pretty fortunate. Definitely a very good draw. Surgical would not have been great. Surgical is not good. Surgicaling their ops is not... Taking 2 damage so they have a 2-1 in play is just not effective. They scryed at the top with the opt, which is not good. Thought Scour. Maelstrom Pulse. I feel like we almost have to just kill the Snapcaster Mage. We're at 12. Their hand is Dispel, Teferi, X. We draw a land, we can go... And then they draw a land. I guess we have Pulse for Teferi. It isn't that bad. But we're just getting 2 for 1 left and right here. It's just brutal. Oh my god, the worst card ever! You're gonna field me? Alright. It's kind of annoying. Let's just cast Liliana and just pulse the Teferi next turn. Yeah, that's actually fine. And if they counter it, awesome. Well, we're going to get 2 for 1 again, but... Discard a Lightning Helix. They drew a lands. Now they can just colonnade it. No, they played Teferi. All right. They tucked the Liliana? That is dreadfully bad. What a terrible play. Why not just kill it with Colonnade? Now you've just exposed Teferi for no value. That's dope for us. All right. Cool. Now you have a chance to win the game. And we're definitely cracking the fetch length. I don't want to draw Liliana, so... Well, I guess it'll be next turn. So we can wait one turn in case we draw Tireless Tracker. Like, they still have this Colonnade here, and we are at 12. So... I mean, I think we're just dead. Now we're just going to be in bolt range and dead to anything. Yeah, very common misconception that Liliana is good in these matchups. It is not. It is terrible. Yeah, we just can't beat the Colonnade. We have like one push in our deck at this point. Clock is irrelevant. The match is going to end before the clock ends. Please just bolt me and put me out of my misery. Black, black, blue. Yeah, whatever. It should be green. Alright, so yeah, I mean, I think we got exposed pretty hard there. Liliana sucks. Angler is not very good. We don't have as much. I mean, we didn't draw Tasigur ever, which kind of sucks. We were definitely pretty light on card advantage in those matchups. We just got ground into the ground by their 2-for-1s, by Azcanta. We don't really have an answer to a flipped Azcanta, so I had Fulminator Mage. We got exposed pretty bad there. I think Ancestral Visions is a reasonable sideboard card for decks like this, although we only have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have 14 ways to cast on turn 1. That's fine. So, yeah, I think that I like how this deck is built compared to other Sultai decks, but we're a little wanting in a matchup like that where things are grindy. Liliana is just bad. It's just really bad. Like, these two Lilianas were just Snapcaster Mages. Land of a Last Hope is good. But, yeah, I'm not a fan of Liliana that much at all, and then in this deck in particular. Yeah. What do you think, Burnsy? Lazy? Lazy Burnsy. Let's go. Round 3, 1-1. We can do this. Alright. Awkward Tar Pit. But I think we have to keep this hand. Dark Confidant. Tireless Tracker is much better than Dark Confidant. Serum Visions. Discard spell number 2. Okay, fine. You sold me. Jeskai again. Ugh. Their hand is Verdict, Cryptic, 3 lands, and they went bottom, bottom. So we're unlikely to have a hit for this Inquisition next turn. I think Jace is better in this deck than in most decks because you have the discard spells to plow the way for it. Could be blue-white, sure. All of these cards are in both decks. Burnsy's awake. Hi, Burnsy. Up, he's gone. Up, he's back. Burnsy. Who's a Burnsy? You're a... Oh, lunchtime. Lunchtime. Nope. Magic card time? Nope. Alright, Flooded Strand. Go. Like, playing Inquisition here is just super loose. We just know 4 of their 5 cards since all misses. Can I explain why I think Liliana the Veil is bad against Jeskai? If they want to kill it, they can kill it. It's card disadvantage. Doesn't really do anything. It dies the Colonnade. Doesn't answer any of their threats. You tell me why it's good. Steam Vents, Hollowed Fountain. Alright. Alright. Thanks for following. Bolt me. Alright, that's not great, but they've added a Misty Rainforest. What's with these off-color blue fetch lands in these Jeskai decks? It's weird. Alright, here's Tarmogoyf. Have fun with that. Misty go. Swamp. Can't really afford to cast the creature because they will just Verdict. I think I actually might just fire up Tar Pit here. It's a way to pressure without adding a creature to the board or casting a spell. They've drawn a removal spell. Whatever, it's a land, who cares? Just drew Snapcaster Mage, obviously. No, think twice. That's a magic card. Get your Lightning Helix. It's annoying. Alright, pretty good draw there. Yeah, I mean, we're a bit behind the 8 ball here. I don't really want to cast anything. They have Cryptic and Verdict. I don't want to play the land, so I'd hold it for Tracker. Yikes. This sucks. Field of Ruin. They have Cryptic Verdict and 2 other cards. We do have this Tarmogoyf that is unboltable at the moment. Yeah, Grimflyer is interesting. Alright, I mean, I'm just not going to cast anything, so... For now, this Tarmogoyf is doing work. They have Snapcaster Mage. Alright. Now we can double spell at least. So... Tarpit's cool. Let's start on Tarmogoyf, see what happens. Okay. I think we just say go. probably going to decay the Snapcaster at some point. It makes our Goyf bigger, and also, let me just do it now. We're going to get a swamp. This is fine. Mountain. Yes, they still have Cryptic Verdict and 2 new cards. Killing them with tar pits is almost impossible. Yeah, this is fine. We still have threats. Like Tasigur is also good if we can just play it, activate it immediately. It's kind of nice. Desperate Ravings is not better than Think Twice. Desperate Ravings sucks. It went top. Alright. I mean, we're doing stuff. Like, they're 10. We have a 4/5. We have, another creature land and 2 threats in our hand. Alright, they're pathing. We're out of lands, unfortunately. They're going to have to Cryptic eventually. Goyf is a good draw there, because it's a threat that's not, like, the best threat, but needs to be answered. Like, they're pretty incentivized to Cryptic counter draw here, or they're going to have to Wrath next turn. They let it resolve. So, they're probably Wrathing next turn. So, now the question is, do I want to play Tar Pit or not? Even though we have a tracker, because we might want to just attack with the Tar Pit, we're going to play Tar Pit. Like, I think we're doing a pretty good job of pacing our cards. They've drawn a lot of lands, which is good for us. Are they going to just bounce my Tarmogoyf? That's a very... Why not just counter it? What is this? Teferi? Ugh. That's just devastating. Very, very fortunate draw there. They apparently drew Azcanta also and just cast Snapcaster Mage by accident. I mean, I don't think we can beat Teferi Wrath of God, unfortunately. Like, we just have 3 creatures in our hand, and they have a Supreme Verdict, and it's Teferi. They're at 9. They go to 6. If we attack them, we'd have to attack Teferi twice. They still draw a card off it. They could still possibly use it. Sucks. You can see the difference this game also is our opponent has drawn, now I drew one, 0 colonnades, whereas the previous games they always had like 10 colonnades. Does change things a lot. They're going to Wrath here, so we get to kill Teferi. Hopefully. Huh, great. Good card. mean, with Azcanta also, we just can't. Like, I mean, this is, yeah, I'm done here. I mean, this deck is not, the way this deck is currently constructed, I don't think it can beat Teferi and Azcanta. Like, alright, so Fulminator's Pulse, Golgari Charm, cut explosives. We want Dispel, Disdainful Strokes. I'm cutting Liliana's this time. I'm going to leave some Brutalities in, I guess. Cut Cast Down.
Yes.
Cut a Push. I want to cut a Decay. Push is less relevant, I think, if we don't have Planeswalkers to protect. So let's cut the pushes. Alright, let's try this. Cause he's a Burnsy. Yeah, he's a Burnsy. Oh, rave time. Oh, nope, it's over. Surgical's not good. You don't bring in Surgical in Snapcaster matchups. You turn the Snapcaster Mage into a 2/1 for 2 that says when it comes into play, deal an opponent 2 damage and make them discard a card. Chat loves Surgical. I mean, this hand is atrocious. It's got Tracker, which is great, but the problem is if you don't draw the Thought Scours, the Delve cards kind of suck. We can't keep this. Alright. I'm not happy with these Brutalities either, honestly. Yeah. Creeping Fart Pit. Obviously, not really the cards you want to draw. Alright, that's cool. The problem is we're stone raining, but we're not, like, actually threatening with anything, you know? If only Deathrite Shaman was legal, then we'd be... I guess I could have gotten a Forest there, honestly. But that's fine. Just gonna give him the old Stone Rain. I don't see a reason to leave it in play. Search for Azcanta. Okay. We're cool with this. Oh my god, the Brutalities are so bad, too. So many bad cards in the matchup. No. I mean, I'm not going down a card to remove their Colonnades from the game. That's just not good. That's just not how Magic works. Alright, duress you. Even though you have 6 cards and I have 4.
Minutes. Just wait longer.
We're not playing anymore. I'm not sitting here for the next 10 minutes trying to beat that. My time's more valuable than that, I'm sorry. We got standard to play later. I was not doing it. We're 1 and 2. We've lost Jeskai twice. Deck as constructed does not seem able to handle the matchup. I prefer not to play against Jeskai a third time. We beat humans pretty handily. This hand's good. Definitely think I like the philosophy of how the deck is built, but I think there's cards here and there I don't like. Polluted Delta. Kind of like a Duress. Goyf would die to a Bolt. Ooze is better later in the game. I think we're just going to fire a Duress and see what's going on. Could be a lot of things, but I think they're definitely going to have spells in their hand. So... Overgrown Tomb is good. Probably play a Merfolk. Just have like 7 Merfolk in their hand. No spells, but... Yes, Alright, they're playing a lot of fair decks today. Jeez. Now they're playing Grixis, which also seems tough. We get to take Terminate here, though. And now our Goyf is pretty hard to kill. They have a Click. Thought Scour, Kolaghan's Command. Kolaghan's Command actually might just be a take here. Because it's just so damn good. And the game's going to go long. It's the best grindy card by a mile. Yeah, I'm actually going to take Kolaghan's Command. Alright. They fetch Island to cast Thought Scour. They hit another Kolaghan's Command and a land. Another fair grindy matchup. Man, where are all the stupid Chuckler decks, you know? Thought I was playing Modern. Where's like Bogles and Tron and stuff? Inquisition. Okay. You're gonna get a blue-green land. We're going to cast Liliana. Because we could cast... Hold on. Could cast Inquisition into Tarmogoyf. That actually might be better. I just don't like Liliana. Like, I just never want to cast it. They have Click, Terminate, and lands. Alright, well... That kind of locks it in pretty good. Just going to play this Tarmogoyf and try and kill them with it. Watery Grave, take 2. Thought Scour. There are no creatures in any graveyards, so our Scavenging Ooze isn't looking great. Liliana's also not looking great because they can attack it with the Click. We play the Ooze, we can't push the Click. We can Thought Scour. Maybe we just fire off Thought Scour first and see what happens. Should tap the tar pit. Ooh, that's pretty good. I should have done that before I'm stupid. I should have decided what I was going to do before I attacked. I thought I was casting Liliana, but then I decided not to. Missed the point of damage on our Tarmogoyf. We're really dumb. But yeah, Goyf seems pretty good here. Missed the point. Waka waka. Alright, they click. And they have 3 lands in hand. They target themselves. So what non-land did they draw that they don't want anymore? Because you can't click lands. A Lightning Bolt. That makes sense. So they got 2 fresh cards. They have Field of Ruin, Watery Grave, card. There's the Watery Grave. If they take 2, all right, cool. Probably means Snapcaster terminate, which sucks, but they did not, so cool. All right, they're just going to attack. That's aggressive. I think we're just going to fire off Liliana as an edict. And then if they counter it, Tarmogoyf gets bigger. And if they don't counter it, we kill their creature. Just a win-win. 3 mana. Diabolic Edict. Tarmogoyfs get +1/+1. Bork, bork, bork. They have field, card. What's up, Pikes? Pikes, it's been up and down. I actually really like the way the deck was built in our initial preview of the deck. I like how you're minimizing the blue cards. You're more of a Jund deck. But we beat humans round 1 pretty easily. And then we've lost to Jeskai Control twice, and I don't think the matchup is winnable with the way the deck is currently constructed. We just can't beat Teferi and Azcanta. There's some main deck cards I'm not a fan of. I think we're a little heavy on Delve threats. Sideboard needs a little bit of work. We'll discuss the minutia changes at the minute changes at the end. But right now we're 1 and 2. We have lost Jeskai twice. It's felt pretty bad. But I like the overall core of the deck. Tireless Tracker has been great. I love Tireless Tracker. Liliana the Veil has been really bad. This is the first time we've cast it, and it's done something. I'm really not a fan of this card in Modern right now. Alright. I guess we'll start on plussing. Probably should dump a push here. I want to have a land for Tarpit. List is right there in chat. Should be on the overlay too. Liliana is not good against Jeskai. It's a common misconception. Liliana is actively bad against Jeskai. Doesn't do the things you want it to do. Alright, so we'll fire in here and just hope they don't have a Snapcaster for terminate. If they do, things get pretty annoying. Yes, God damn it. That is true, I am not going to Philly. We're moving in like 2 weeks. They're getting Kolaghan's Command? That's interesting. So I think they got a bolt here. Because, well, no, because they want to cast Kolaghan's Command. This is weird. There's plenty of instants. This is fine. Okay. I think they're going to make us discard a card, probably. I'm just going to cast Scavenging Ooze, and they have to respond with Kolaghan's Command to return like Snapcaster if they want to, and make me discard, and I can just discard, I guess, the Fatal Push, and just have a land for Tarpit. They can't finish off the Goyf, it's 5 toughness, so like that's why it's not really that crazy. We also get to have Scavenging Ooze in play against their Snapcaster they get back, which is cool, so Liliana doesn't even seem important. Like, Liliana just seems irrelevant. In the tank. I guess the Edict is fine. All right, so the K command, returning Snapcaster, dealing. This is great. I'm very happy to keep both these cards in my hand. So they get back Snapcaster, they kill Liliana. Goyf gets even bigger. Here's the Ooze. Here's Darkslick Shores, and now we have a active Scavenging Ooze against their Snapcaster Mage, and a huge Tarmogoyf, and a Tar Pit, and a Fatal Push. I suppose they have Field of Ruin, but so obviously not activating Scavenging Ooze. Just gonna untap and draw. Push is not great. Move right to combat. Swing. Is pumping once doable? They have not blocked. Snap. No, they could have. I'm just gonna. This is fun. Just take 7. See what they do. Ashiok instead of Liliana. Ashiok is not very good. It's okay in some matchups, but Field of Ruin, Creeping Tar Pit. Now I can get a Forest. More green sources. Yeah, I think Liliana of Last Hope is like actively good in this deck. Helps fuel the graveyard. Fine with Thought Scour. Returns threats. Kills small things. I like Liliana of Last Hope a lot. We'll go over the deck list at the end of the league. For those who don't know, this is a donation bonus league. Pikes was kind enough to donate for the entire league. We do a pregame deck tech. We discuss my thoughts on the deck initially. We play the entire league with commentary, and then post league I do a like wrap up of changes I would make. Unfortunately, the donation bonus league queue is currently closed. I am moving in like 2 weeks. So, Tasigur the Golden Fang. Nice fatal pushes, you idiot. Still fine, I think, though. There's plenty of creatures in graveyards, so I'm surprised they left the Vendilion Click in the graveyard, honestly. Liliana of the Last Hope. Okay. What's the angle here? Because they're just dead on board. I don't really get it. We have 2 lethal attackers, and they have 1 blocker. I see no reason not to go again. Going to GP Orlando? I don't think so. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have left 1 creature. I punted. Shit. Fuck. I screwed up. They have a Snapcaster, but like they should chump block with it. Like, all right. Well, we're gonna attack with both, and if they play Snap, we just kill it and then we win. So, and if they just, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I should never move that last creature. That was a mistake, but it shouldn't matter. They play Snap, we kill it.
What the hell is that?
And now there's an extra creature in the graveyard, and now we're dead. So that's fun. It worked out fun. Let's push our own. That would work too, actually, if they didn't block. Just pushing our own Ooze. Yeah, there were avenues. It wasn't necessarily a mistake on my part. The mistake was me not thinking about it. All right, so another grindy matchup here. We're not super well set up for these. Cast down can't kill Tasigur. Brutalities aren't great. Explosives isn't great. I'm gonna want this Pulse. Fulminators. Dispel seems, I guess, important for Kolaghan's command. I mean, Abrupt Decay is just not good. Like, I don't want to play Surgical, but I might need to. I mean, they're probably playing Search for Azcanta. They have Click and Snapcaster Mage. Decay is not particularly good. Surgicaling Snapcaster or Hooligan's Command is like fine. Brutality's okay. It's not really good. I don't mind that Brutality's actually it's like incidental removal too. Maybe we like Golgari Charm. They're not going to have Damnation, I don't think. It is a hedge against... I guess it's like a hedge against a lot of stuff. They have like a snap and a click and play if they try and kill our stuff. If they have Search for Azcanta. Alright, let's... Maybe we'll leave in Brutalities. Bring in Charm. We'll cut a Brutality here. Actually, Push is like just bad. Push is just worse than the other options. We just call it Pushes. And just play... the Decays and this stuff instead. Yeah, leave the Brutality in. Yeah, I kind of like this, actually. Efficiency isn't that relevant. It's more about power, I think. Disdainful Stroke is not really good. They're doubtful to have that many Jaces in their deck, because Jace just kind of sucks. So, it's not a great hand, but it's fine. Well, that mulliganing is good. It's hard to mulligan in these sorts of grindy matchups. It's hard to know if they have discard spells or counter spells, but... Tasigur is cool. A lot of creatures here. Is Terminate also not regenerate? Flooded Strand. People just love these off-color blue fetch lands in their deck. There's plenty of on-color fetch lands you can play. You know? This feels like a Search for Azcanta. Ooh. Okay. That was a good draw. That's a little surprising. I don't really want to play Tarmogoyf and have it die to Bolt. But I have to play something. And I want them to actively do things so I can cast this Liliana. I think Goyf is worse than Scavenging Ooze, so this is fine. Golgari Charm is very good here, yes. Flooded Strand way cheaper than Scalding Tarn. I guess. Fatal Push. Alright, that's fun. I'm happy they're using a good kill spell to kill it, not a bolt. If this Liliana resolves, I think the game is going to be second Tasigur. The delve cards have not been very good. I think I want green black. Please don't have a counter spell. This is probably the entire game right here. I am a big fan of this card. I think that playing more Liliana of Last Hope is sweet. Wow, we did it. We did it. That feels good. It is boltable, but they would have used the bolt on the Goyf, so... No bolt, please? That's a bolt. Yeah. So I guess they drew bolt. It's pretty stinky. Thought Scour is kind of nice. We can also just get this the Scavenging Ooze in play and just start going to work, right? Looks pretty safe to cast. We could eat Pyromancer and still beat a Snapcaster Mage. I kind of like it. I'm taking a lot of damage here, but I think this is pretty good. They must have drawn the bolt. You know, they had 2 draw steps since that push, so I'm going to eat Pyromancer immediately to play around a Kolaghan's Command of some kind or whatever from both sides, 2 damage or returning it, and then just say go here. Golgari Charm is cool. It's a good one of. Okay. That's not bad. We're gonna remove their push, I suppose. Maybe the bold is better because we're not at a super life total, but let's remove the push. So we have double Tasigur, Thought Scour, Snapcaster. Tasigur's pretty sweet. I mean, they could snap it, snap terminate. We have another one, obviously, so that's a thing. Hi. Oh, yeah, there's definitely way too many delve cards in this deck. Like, way too many. Alright, so they have 3 lands. Let's open on Thought Scour. Catacombs, mill 2 lands. I would like to play Tasigur with mana available to use it. I think I'm just gonna slam a 4-mana Angler here. We could like theoretically snap Thought Scour and cast a 1-mana threat. Get Swamp. True Dawn, thanks to the host, I appreciate that. Snapping Thought Scour makes us take 3 also. Actually, I kind of like that. It puts 2 extra cards in the bin. We play 1, 2, 3, 4. Pikes, repeatedly the delve threats have been awkward. There's just too many of them, I think. Alright. We're taking a lot of damage here. Oh, what a weird game how this has played out so far, but all right, Thought Scour, Milling, Liliana the Veils.
Give me
Didn't I sideboard those out?
in water.
Thought I did. All right, we're gonna play the Tasigur. I think our first one's likely to die, and I think that we can just dump this Tasigur here. They have 3 cards that they have another Terminate or Snap Terminate next turn. We also have a Stone Rain available, which is kind of cool. And also they don't kill Tasigur. You start activating it, which is nice too. I mean, all of our cards right now in the graveyard are pretty great. So alright, this feels pretty great. Untap. We draw Dispel. That's actually pretty insane. That protects our stuff here. All right, we're gonna swing. Pretty happy trading off the Snapcaster. We could just dump into Angler. You might just Stone Rain, dump everything into Angler, and then have a Dispel and just kill them. That's probably what we're gonna do. Wait, we don't have enough black mana. Yeah, we do. Black. Yeah, we're good. Which spell? Dispel. We're going to leave... It's the one card that I would like back. Probably... I just Tarmogoyf, honestly. I think that it doesn't matter. I think they're just stone dead here. With 2 lands in play against 2 huge things, and we have Dispel. Like, they don't have that many ways to kill our creatures. They need to find a black mana, a way to kill it, and a way around Dispel. Yeah. Alright. We're 2-2. Going for that sweet 3-2, your usual record in modern leagues. All right, I tend to take a second break here. Sorry, we're playing this weekend. 1 second. Short break. Back for the 5th and final round of a donation bonus league in just a minute. Taking a short break here and making sure everything's all set up for this weekend. So 1 second, my friends. Back in a minute. Burnsy will entertain you. And your topic of discussion is Sultai viable? Lots of people have tried it. I wouldn't be surprised if my most commonly requested donation bonus league deck is Sultai. I've played like 4 or 5 different Sultai decks. People really want this deck to work. I do like how this deck is built as far as making it work with no counterspells, but is Sultai viable? Short break, back in a minute here on the Jim Davis stream. I'll see you guys shortly. All right, we are back. Sorry about that little delay there, my friends. Just getting things planned out for this weekend at SCG Worcester. Who am I going to see there? Raise your hand in chat. A lot of people talking in chat about Sultai. The decks, the cards do sort of butt heads a bit, right? Cards like Liliana the Veil don't play well with counterspells. Cards like Gurmag Angler don't play well with Tarmogoyf. And I like how Pikes has built this deck. We're not playing counterspells. We're not playing any junk. We're just playing Thought Scour, Snapcaster Mages, and Tweeping Tar Pits. But I don't know if it's all the way there. We'll discuss my changes at the end. We got one match to go. Let's do it. Vor asks, why am I moving to South Carolina? Well, our mortgage down there is about a third of what rent on a small apartment would be. We bought a house. And also Nicole's family lives across the street. It's a very nice area. The schools are great. And I can work from anywhere. All I need is the internet and an airport. So.
Nick, fay to see you back, if only for a bit. Keep up the great content.
Thanks, Ken. Bluffton. It's a very, very southern part of the state. Let's go. We're going to go 3-2 here. And then we're going to talk about our changes. Ugh. Crushing Canopy. That card doesn't seem very good. We can mulligan this. Kind of sucks, but... Alright. I mean, it's got the best card ever printed. What more do you want? Bottom. Swamp. God, all just mono fair decks today. We've played against humans, Jeskai, Grixis, and now Mardu Pyromancer. All right, well, this Tireless Tracker obviously has to live, so we'll take Inquisition here. I don't even know it's gonna live. We're in trouble here, honestly. It's possible I should have taken Looting, but
Give me.
oh look, I can't do it. I can't play discard cards because whenever I play one, they just draw the card I made them discard. It happened like 2 games ago. It just always happens. I just can't do it. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, we're in big trouble here, my friends. They have Looting, Colligan's Command. We have lands and push. These grinding matchups are not being very kind to us. They discarded Lightning Bolt and another Looting. Okay. Blood Moon could be a problem too, yeah. Try and get a forest in play. Tireless Tracker. I mean, that's where we want to be. Swamp. Oh god, don't Blood Moon me. Thank God. Thanks, Doyler. Appreciate it. Wow. They discarded Lightning Bolt, Colligan's Command. That's pretty wild, honestly. Alright. We're definitely going to Tracker fetch land. We're going to fetch immediately, too, so we get the maximum clue value. Because Tireless Tracker is the best card ever printed. We're going to get a Forest player on Blood Moon. And, yeah, I think Reveler is somewhat likely, but they have 4 cards in their hand, you know? Like, I don't know what their plan is here, really. Cool. This is great. I mean, they've I don't know what they're doing. They could have Colligan's commanded this. They discarded the Colligan's command. They kept the Blood Moon. Don't know why they did that. Now our tracker is out of bolt range. We drew another tracker, the best card ever printed. I don't know what our opponent's doing. I assume their last card is Reveler, but I don't see them beating my 2 trackers here. That's even better. If only there were more Tireless Trackers, you know? If only there were more where that came from. Best card ever printed. Thought Scour. Alright, we gotta draw some spells we can cast, but
You used to call me on my
flashback looting. This bodes well for us because it looks like our tracker is going to survive. And once again, if we can get it at a bolt range, they don't actually have a lot of ways to kill it. So, look, when I say Tireless Tracker is the best card ever printed, I'm not posturing. It actually is the best card ever printed. So, all right, we gotta draw a land here. Come on. Always Thought Scours. Yes. Yes. More cards. Yeah, Tracker's much better than Dark Confidant. We could definitely still lose this game, obviously, if they can kill our Tracker. Reveler's not bad. Discarding Lingering Souls, also not bad. They only play like 2 Dreadbores. That's now we're actually in trouble. All right. I mean, now like ugh. They have another Reveler too. I mean, all right. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. I suppose we're dead. All right. Pretty lame. Pretty sure they only played 2 Dreadbores. And they got them both. All right. Once again, we're really soft on stuff to grind here. We're gonna bring a surgical for what's it called? The card with the graveyard flashbacky thing. Lingering Souls. I don't want Liliana. Liliana's terrible. I don't want. I guess we can cut the pushes. We'll leave brutalities in as a way to still kill. Pyromancer with little value. I kind of like Maelstrom Pulse. Fulminator's fine. Explosives. I guess Golgari Charm is better than explosives. What's up, Code Blue? I guess Decay also kills. We'll see. Decay kills everything but Reveler. Pulse kills everything. We just don't want these brutalities. I don't know. I don't want these cards for sure. So this is 60. Do we want disco time? Disdainful Stroke is like only good against Reveler, and I just don't like cards like that in matchups like this, where your hand's gonna get shredded anyway. Explosives is fine, unexciting. We'll fetch basics, play around Blood Moon, which is fine. I think this is fine. I'm just gonna do this. Reveler dies to Pulse. Maybe we're like one. God damn it, we're like 1 card short on ways to kill Reveler. Okay, this is fine. Scry top. Thoughtseize, Lingering Souls, Lightning Bolts. Alright, so just gotta take this Thoughtseize. Their hand's pretty bad now. I'm sure we'll just draw looting or something, but I can't play discard spells. I can't do it. Just can't do it. And they have no way to wait, they played the Cliffs. They have Bolt, Lingering Souls. I don't really want to take either one. I do kind of want to cast a spell to try and get Tasigur in play ASAP. So you can just fetch a land and cast it next turn. I'm going to fetch Forest anyway, yeah. So, alright. So we'll play this tapped and just say go. What's up, Tannen? We'll figure it out, bud. Don't worry about it. Alright. Blood Crypt tapped. These brutalities have been also just awful. They've not been good at any point. Alright, we're going to cast Tasigur, and hopefully they can't kill it. And we'll draw land and start activating it. Thanks for following Purple. If you haven't followed the stream, make sure you hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you follow on there. Alright, I guess Brutality's good now. Must be nice. That was a good draw, too. Okay. Let's think. Links. Thanks for that resub. Appreciate that. Purple Haze says, hey, returning Magic player here, coming back via Arena. Cool. Been enjoying YouTube comment for non-Chain Whirler standard decks. Awesome. Well, Purple, stay tuned. We're playing standard later. We are playing a Chain Whirler deck, but it's goblins. So it's not like a Chain Whirler deck. Also playing more standard later too, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so yeah, we're going to have to kill this thing. Do we escalate? We'd be taking their Lingering Souls. Kind of can't cast it anyway. Yeah, we're going to... If we attack first and they choose to... Yeah, it's bad. Alright, whatever. Baby Jace? I actually like Baby Jace in sorcery speed decks like this. Kirby, thanks, my friend.
Gotta bounce soon, but thanks for an awesome stream today.
Appreciate it, my friend. Alright, now Goyf is out of bolt range, which is great. Although if we draw a land, we're just going to activate Tasigur, I think. Nope. Not Legacy Goblins, Standard Goblins. They have 2 bolts here? It's not the end of the world if they have 2 bolts here. It kind of sucks. Oh, I have Kolaghan's Command? Ugh. Oh no, alright, that's fun. Thankfully that wasn't Kolaghan's Command. Because that would have sucked. But... why do they keep drawing Dreadbores? You stop drawing Dreadbores, opponent. Alright, well, they have a Lingering Souls, and they have, they probably put that Cliffs. Yeah, they have 1 card in it. Alright. Oh, tough spot, because if we play it and they draw a Bolt, they kill it. If we don't play it, they draw a discard spell and we discard it. They have more removal than... I'm just going to play it. Their hand is Lingering Souls, so we're just going to hold for a turn here. Fetch land. It's not too much to ask. I'll take that too. Let's investigate. Alright, so now we're safe. Oh, I just want to play 4 Tireless Tracker. Like, it's just not even close. Just give me 4 trackers, you know? All I ever want to draw is Tireless Tracker. Like... Alright, we are fortunate their hand's been pretty bad. I'm not unhappy. I am not unhappy. And you shouldn't be either. Best card ever printed. We've drawn all 3 a lot. And we're just casting it. Best card ever printed. Sure. How about we draw a land? Oh, hammer, don't hurt him. They could have Damnation in their deck. I just don't even care. I'm just going to have fun here. We're just doing it. Wah! 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 The title of this YouTube video is going to be Tireless Tracker, comma, the best card ever printed. Check out my YouTube channel, Bert. I played Legacy Goblins recently, post-Death Right banning. I think it's definitely possible that Goblins could be viable again. I've got a clue. Nice. Nice. Okay. Yep. Should Tireless Tracker be banned? No. Best card ever printed. Keep. Angler looking really, really awkward. I mean, we got to keep a hand like this. Like, it's not great, but I just don't want to mulligan against our Thoughtseize deck. We got some gas. It's fine. No discard spell. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's probably going to make us... We just want to Thought Scour on turn 1 now, I think. It's weird, but... What do I think about the new Bolus and Standard? I think it's good. I'm not sure. I didn't think it was that impressive at first. I think it's just, like, fine. But, like, I don't think it's ever going to flip. This is pretty good for us. We get to kill this Pyromancer, so they get no value off of it. I guess the fear here is if they have Blood Moon, we actually just have no recourse. But, I mean, what are we going to do? Playing around Blood Moon would require us to just not cast Decay and get ranched by this Pyromancer. They didn't have a 1-mana spell, which means they didn't have looting or a discard spell. They could definitely have Blood Moon. This is a tough spot. We have 4 basics in our deck. We've run 0 fetch lands, unfortunately. Leave up Decay. They just cast like spell, make a few tokens, and we're kind of in trouble. I guess we have explosives. I guess we can afford to play around Blood Moon. But like the problem is, we just can't cast a spell forever. Yeah. All right. I agree that Moon is fairly likely, given the fact they had no 1-drop. Pizza Luigi. That's a resub. I like pizza, and I like Luigi. Thanks for the resub, my friend. Appreciate the support. Alright, this is a Blood Moon. No? Yes? Maybe? Alright, cool. Alright. Get rewarded. Is there a second Blood Moon? Because that would suck. There's a swamp. That's not bad. I think we just jam the angles here. We have Ooze in our graveyards, kind of whatever. And next turn we can go Tracker land. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Like, Blood Moon number 2 is bad, but not the end of the world. If they have Lingering Souls here, it's kind of cool. Because he has explosives hanging out. Alright, this is cool. We can do this. Never mind. That's bad. I said that if we, we might lose to this Pyromancer, and here we are. Obviously want to cast Tracker this turn, but I think we just have to decay this Pyromancer. And like then what? Like we're not winning the race right now. They have another Lingering Souls. Golgari Charm would be sweet. Alright, let's attack and see what happens. I think we're just playing Tar Pit and decaying the Pyromancer. Okay, that's good for us. Yeah, I think it's like once Ancestral Visions. Alright, well, let's draw a Forest, I guess. Oh, nope, that's not a Forest. Oh, you can cast that, though. Takes them off double red, so if they have, the thingy, draws cards. Cuddly says, do I think KCI should have gotten a ban? Yes, honestly. I think Ancient Stirring should have been banned. I think the KCI is probably the best deck in Modern by a lot, but it's so difficult to play, and it's so impossible to play on Magic Online that no one knows how to actually play it. But I think it's actually probably broken. It's just exceedingly difficult to play or learn or figure out, etc., etc. You draw Forest. Why do you torture me like this? Why do you gotta do this in front of all my friends? Can the big fish go all the way? Yay or nay? Again, they only play a few Dread Boars. Blood Moon's stupid. Like, if they ban Blood Moon, who'd be unhappy, Who'd be like, oh my god, I'm so sad they banned Blood Moon. I really, really like that card. Who would say that? Oh god, they drew the removal spell. Or they just have to have, or probably should have 2 bolts, actually. No, look, bolt, you're dead. No? What was it last turn, then? Alright. It's like, we have fetch lands and plenty of basics in our deck. I was fully intending to play around Blood Moon this game by fetching basics, but I just drew all non-fetch lands. I can't cast any spells. Our deck has 4 basics in it. If I had 1 forest available, this game would be easy. They played Fatal Push targeting Gurmag Angler. Might have worked. Reveler. Discarding Lingering Souls. I'm attacking. If they have a spell, obviously we're going to lose our shit, but whatever. I guess we'll play a land. We have 6, whatever. I agree there should be cards that hate on non-basics. They shouldn't be like this. Yeah, Molten Ray My Swamp. Alright, cool. Alright, that was fun. I had fun. Hopefully you guys had fun too. Alright, so 2-3. Let's talk about the deck. I like some stuff, I don't like some stuff. I think that there are too many delve threats. I think Liliana sucks. I think that Tasigur's good. I think Tracker's great. Brutality did not impress me. Cast Down was medium. Liliana was good. Love the Last Hope. Snapcaster's good too. I think I wouldn't mind playing a second Pulse over a Decay. I do think that you need ways to kill big creatures, and Pulse is good at that. I don't think Decay is really necessary. But yeah, these cards all sucked. I think Snapcaster could probably be a 3 of. I kind of want another discard spell, another Tracker, another Liliana of the Last Hope, another Snapcaster Mage, another Pulse. Cut these. Thing is, Cast Down, like some big creatures are legendary, so you can't kill them anyway. And you're killing a big thing, doing it for 1 more mana is like not that bad. Yeah, Standard is up next.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, Ascant is not what we're looking for here. This deck needs to be somewhat aggressive and like forward moving. We can't grind forever. So I like that we have 4 Tarmogoyfs, 2 Tasigurs and Trackers. On 4 Trackers, 2 Ooze were good. Tarpit was good. So I think that we can kind of move in the direction of cutting the junky stuff. Again, add Liliana, add a Pulse. Sideboard. The sideboard needs a lot of help when it comes to fair matchups. Damping Sphere sucks. Don't play this card. This card is not that good against Tron. It's very bad in Snapcaster Mage decks. It doesn't do enough. They have plenty of answers to it. I would just play the full 4 Fulminator Mages because they're also fine against fair matchups. I'd play 0 Spheres. I think this is a deck that can play Ancestral Visions. I think that Visions. I play 2 Visions in my Jeskai sideboard. I think it's a very, very good card in fair matchups. I would play 2 to 3 Visions in my sideboard maybe. That could be one of our tools. Kalidas is fine. It's really slow. I'm not really a big fan. Sphere is amazing. I completely disagree. I mean, I've played it a lot in Jeskai. I've seen it in play a lot. I've played Tron against it. I just think it doesn't do anything. I just don't think it's a playable card. It works for you. It works for you. Obviously, but the strokes were pretty good. Dispel was good. I think this Pulse can be main. I guess Sphere is better in this deck because you're playing like Tarmogoyfs and stuff. I can see that. But 3 is so many too. It's just diminishing returns. I don't know. I think there's better ways to go about it. But yeah, overall, like I said, I like how this deck is built. I like how we're not playing any counter spells. We're staying mostly aggressive. We're not playing Search for Azcanta. We're not playing Jace the Mind Sculptor. We're just sort of using blue to fuel our delve, get extra value off Snapcaster Mages, and then have some good sideboard cards. And I like that. Overall, this is probably the best Sultai list I've played, given to me by a viewer. Like I said, I've done a lot of these. Sultai donation bonus leagues. But yeah, any particular questions, I'd be happy to answer them. So thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it very, very much. Again, this was a donation bonus league for pikesnd Sultai Midrange deck. Any specific questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Like I said, feel free to ask those in chat. We got Standard coming up next. We have Standard Goblins, and we have Standard Saram Auras. If you're watching on YouTube, check the YouTube channel. They'll be on there. They'll be going up before this video goes up because I'm from the future. Yes, Pikes. We'll be mailing out your plaque for best unplayable wedge deck ever donated on Jim Davis stream. The plaque's in the mail, all right? But yeah, so that's the league. Thank you for watching, and the YouTube video you're watching will end, but the stream will continue. So thanks for watching on YouTube. I'll see you guys next time.